What's up? What's happening, folks? Welcome back to the channel Sports, Life, and Politics TV. I'm Samuel Koppel. I'm here for the news. And today, we're going to be going over this case of Tyre Nichols. The body cam footage has been released where he was beaten to death in Memphis, Tennessee. Now, let me get you ready. This is not a pro-black channel. I don't give a fuck about black. But I am pro-Negro. You know, all skin folk ain't kinfolk. But do I want to see the Negro on top? Absolutely. But this is a series of things that we have to do to put ourselves in that position to be on top. America is the modern day Egypt. And this is not the Negro's rest. And what I mean by not our rest, we have to carry ourselves better than even what the law says. When you get pulled over by the police, yes, there are all type of laws on the books that are supposed to protect you from the officers. But it doesn't matter. When the police pulled me over, he asked for my ID, this, that, and the third. Even if I know he pulled me over illegally, I'm going to give him all that. Why? Because I have a family to get back to. I have bigger fish to fry. The Negro gets pulled over. He wants to ask all these questions. When you right, you can fight that shit in court. They have body cam footage. They have all type of stuff to help you when you're right. We know that because people win lawsuits all the time against the police department and they get paid. And you have all these Negroes who come out, and black people, and Black Lives Matter, which is a white organization at this point, that come out and say, there's no way he should have been beaten or hurt. And I would agree, some of this stuff was excessive. But when you work from the police, there's an unwritten rule that you're going to get your ass kicked. Now, you would hope that officers don't go too far. But when they break a sweat, and a lot of these officers are out of shape, they're going to beat on you. You always hope there's one officer that can rein you in. It's like your partner. When you go out to the club, you've been drinking too much, and one nigga step on your shoe or bump into you or disrespectful, you would hope that somebody reels you in before you do too much or go too far. But this Tyre Nichols case, they have the body cam footage. Let's take a look. We're going to break this video down. Like I said, all these videos, this is a pro-truth channel. This is not a pro-black channel. Pro-truth first. Deal with the truth first, and everything else is secondary. But let's take a look.
Memphis police have just released the footage from the death of Tyre Nichols. We're going to play it for you now, and we want to let you know that we have not seen the video because we felt it was important to watch it in real time with you, the viewers. Because of this, we want to warn you, though, there will likely be profanities, a lot of profanities, and emphasize that...
Well, first of all, he's lying to say that we haven't watched this video first, and we didn't get the fuck out of here. They watched the video. They knew exactly what was coming.
We've already learned this video is incredibly graphic, violent, and very disturbing. We also know that the Memphis police have redacted some parts to cover license plates and faces of people unrelated to this incident. We will play it now.
And let me say this before this video even get going. The closer you get to presidential elections, this is a game the Democrats play. They completely control the media and they control your minds. Because if they didn't cover this video the way that they covered it, it wouldn't have the outrage that it has. And I'm not saying some of the shit in this video isn't outrageous and wasn't over the top, but there's a lot of shit that's buried and covered up that they just don't cover. Madonna recently has been accused of sex trafficking little black kids out of Africa. You haven't seen that shit on any channel. Now, were these officers over the top, extremely aggressive? 100%. There's no doubt about it. But if you Tyre Nichols, you completely comply with everything they say. You don't ask a lot of questions. You wait till the motherfuckers do everything that they do. Get you in cuffs, get you in the car, get you down to the station. And if they broke the law, you can sue them motherfuckers to high holy heaven. Because people say all these things, but Tyre Nichols is dead and he's never coming back. This is why it's important to teach young black men or young Negro men, especially in America, there's a particular way to go about dealing with police officers. And I want you to see the positions he's in right now. Number one, he should have already been face down because these officers are extremely aggressive and they're amped up. There's no questions to be asking these people because they don't sound like they're ready to be asked questions. Their energy doesn't say that. You're in a lose-lose situation right here as a black man, as a Negro man. Look at this man. He's in a lose-lose situation. He's looking confused. He's looking like he's looking for answers. Brother, you can find them answers later on down the road. This is not the time. If the police officer pulled me over, asked me such and such, get out the car, I'm getting out the car. If he asked me to put my hands behind, put my hands behind the back. Once he sit me down and he's comfortable where he feels like he's in control, then I'm going to start asking him questions. Because this is a new age. This ain't 1972 where there's no body cam footage. There's no cameras on top of the goddamn light poles. There's nothing nowhere where people are not recording. People are recording at all time and they have to record with the body cam footage. Brother, the best way to get home is let them people put you in handcuffs. Now, this is another thing. Running from the cops, that's just a bad move. Niggas. And I know some people, they don't like to, they don't want to be referred to as niggas. They think that's derogatory, but believe you me, we are niggas. You can be a doctor, you're still a nigga. You can be a lawyer, you're still a nigga. You can be a police officer, you're still a nigga. Because they're going to down these niggas in the courtroom. But these niggas actually they're going to have a good case on their hands because this nigga took off running. And he resisted arrest. Any nigga that says this nigga didn't resist arrest is a blind fool. He never put his hands behind his back. He got pepper spray and tased. He got up out of 4 niggas and took off running. What are you doing, brother? It's just a bad move on top of bad move. We got to do better. Like I said, this is not our rest. You fight from a position of strength. You never fight from a position of weakness. That's the art of war. Come on now. And let's be honest, a lot of these cops are completely out of shape. Motherfuckers sitting around eating Popeyes. Some bitches on Instagram. Some bitches sitting back laid in the shade, drinking lemonade, red beans and gravy. I ain't too lazy. Yeah, a lot of these cops are not in shape. And that's not just black. It's white, Hispanic. It's all across the board. A lot of these cops are not in great shape.
We're at Rains and Ross. Taser's deployed. Suspect is running down Ross.
And let me tell you this, when you have an officer huffing and puffing like that, every nigga in the hood knows when they catch you, they gonna beat you. You would hope not to death, but they gonna put their hands on you. White, Asian, Mexican, it doesn't matter. Believe you me, when Mexican cops have to run and tase and do all this shit they do to a Mexican man, oh, they gonna beat him. That's guaranteed. So don't play the fool and play a role and let these people pump you up and act like a beating wasn't coming, because it is. Is that a law? No. It's called an unwritten law.
Young male, black, slim build, blue jeans, and a hoodie. Southbound on Ross, when we last saw him. What's that? Hang on.
Hey, now I want you to look at this officer on your left. Hands on his knees. Some bitch breathing hard as fuck. He's hurting to breathe. He's breathing like he's an asthmatic. Now, police officers probably, when you make a run, you know what they say? We gonna whoop this nigga ass when we catch this nigga. Is it this whole grand conspiracy to tear niggas ass up? Now, the media use this shit, but these officers are just being officers. Did they go too far? Absolutely. But that's what happens when you don't have at least one or two officers to say, hey, bro, you going too far, bro. Come on, let's back off. We whooping this nigga too good. We whooping this motherfucker. Would they have whooped a white man like this? Probably not. Probably not. But that's irrelevant to the fact that Tyre Nichols should have never resisted arrest. Terrible move, because he's not coming back. He's dead for good.
Just straight. What the promise, bastard? Hey, your car's right in front of you. Get my car, go for a walk. Hang on.
And I don't know if this is true, because there will be a part 2 to this video, but they saying that the guy that they pulled over was messing with one of the officer's ladies. Even more of a reason to capitulate and not resist arrest. Because that means a nigga looking to do something to you.
Where's your water?
Yeah, if that's true or not, I have no idea. I'm doing a little more research on that. That could be complete conspiracy theory or complete fabricated, but I'm going to do a little more investigating on that, and we'll see. Now look at this officer. He damn near about to start twerking. Hands on his knees. He about to start popping his ass. He's so tired. Look at him. He's exhausted. Ask any Negro. Niggas know this. When you run from the officers, you expect some kind of retaliation from running from the police. Now, if it's enough cops, enough cameras there, they may not beat you so bad. But if they feel like they can get away with that shit, they gonna tax your ass. Listen how hard that man's breathing. He sound like a fucking pig fucking running down the freeway.
Okay, I got you.
Did you get my water? Oh, Lord, did you get my water? Pour it on my neck. Pour it on my neck like an old football player. Remember back in the day you played football and the motherfucker had them 2-a-days out there in high school, and you be out there in that fucking August out there playing, doing them 2-a-days, and you had to pour some water on a nigga's neck. Look at him.
Negative 2938. Where are my damn glasses at?
Hey, them niggas ran 75 feet. Them niggas are completely out of shape.
Joining us right now, we're watching the first video that's been released by the city of Memphis. in the takedown, the arrest, and later brutal beating of Tyre Nichols. This is the first video.
Look. That nigga damn near cried. He's so tired. Yeah, you thought when they caught that nigga, they wasn't gonna beat the break. They was gonna whip him real good.
What we saw was the initial traffic stop. Police here said that they had pulled him over.
Look at him. Pour it on my beard. I pour it on my beard. I just got an edge up. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Pour that shit on my beard and pour it on the back of my neck.
But even the chief of police has said there was no ensuring that he was we have taken away so far.
Oh, man. And believe me, I'm not laughing at Tyre Nichols or this situation. But, you know, I'm just making light of, I know how it is when you're exhausted, you know. R.I.P. to Tyre Nichols. And, you know, you send your condolences out to his family. But, hey, man, running from the police is never a good decision at this point.
Moments is that Tyre Nichols, when he comes out of that car, is...
I gotta keep stopping to look at him. That he's gritted to you. Oh, Lord. Nigga, I'm tired. Nigga, I lift weights, but I don't do no calisthenics. I don't do no running. I ain't did no running. I ain't ran since high school. Oh, Lord, help me.
It sounds like incredibly afraid and incredibly confused as police take him out and put him on the ground and attempt to tase him, handcuff him, before he then runs away.
And this is where it's important to make sure that you was raised to have some male influence, because your father or your uncle, somebody who has a male influence in your life, I don't know if he had that, did or didn't have that, but they tell you what to do when the police the police pull you over, how to react, how to handle it, and how to, you know, how to handle yourself. And Tyre Nichols made a series of mistakes. He really did. But there will be a part two to this video tomorrow. I'm most definitely going to give you the second half of this, and we're going to go over that. Yeah, but, yeah, just a bunch of bad moves. But I appreciate you guys tuning in, man. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe. I just took your ass. When you get pulled over by the police, show them your hands, turn on all the lights in the car, get out, and goddamn deal with the police on the correct way. Ride. Peace.